Hello everyone, I Akhil Misra welcome you all to the SWAYAM online course lecture on working at height. In this video, we are going to learn briefly about risk assessment, hierarchy of control and work at height checklist details. Contents of this lecture will go as follows: definition of work at height, importance of proper safety measures, global statistics on work at height accidents, common risk and hazards, legal framework, risk assessment, hierarchy of controls, work at height checklist, and then we conclude this session. Now, let us start with definition. Work at height refers to any task that is performed above ground level where there is a risk of falling and causing injury. This can encompass a wide range of activities from simple tasks on a ladder to complex operation on scaffolding, elevated platform or rooftops. Work at height possesses significant risk due to the potential for fall, which can lead to serious injuries or fatalities to a worker. Proper safety measures are crucial to prevent accident, ensure the well-being of worker and maintain productivity without compromising on health and safety. Here are some key reasons why implementing and following safety measures is crucial. Preventing accidents and injury. Safety measures are designed to minimize the risk of accident and injuries by identifying potential hazards and implementing precautions. Individuals can reduce the likelihood of incidents that could cause harm to themselves and others. Protecting human life. Safety measures save lives, whether it is wearing seat belts while driving, using helmets while cycling or following proper procedure in hazardous work environment. Their measures can mean the difference between life and death. Maintaining health and well-being. Proper safety measures contributes to overall health and well-being. For example, using a personal protective equipment such as gloves, mask and eye wear can prevent exposure to harmful substance or diseases, while maintaining proper hygiene practices can prevent the spread of illness. Promoting productivity. In workplace, adhering to safety measures can actually improve productivity. When employees feel safe and confident in their working environment, they are likely to be more focused, motivated and efficient. Compliance with regulations. Many industries and activities are regulated by safety standards and laws to ensure the well-being of individuals and in the environment. Adhering to these regulations is not only a legal obligations, but also an ethical responsibility. Minimizing financial loss. Accident and injuries can lead to financial losses, both for individual and organizations. Medical expenses, legal cost, property damage and insurance claims can all be added or minimized by implementing. Insurance claims can all be avoided or minimized by implementing proper safety measures. Preserving infrastructures. Safety measures also extend to the preservation of infrastructures, regular maintenance, safety inspection and following building codes contributes to the longevity and stability of structures, whether they are residential, commercial or public. Enhancing reputation. Organizations and business that prioritize safety often earn a positive reputation among employees, customers and the general public. A strong safe record demonstrates a commitment to the well-being of stakeholders and can lead to increased trust and loyalty. Setting a positive example. Following safety measures sets a positive examples for others, whether it's teaching children about road safety or demonstrating proper safety practices in the workplace. Your action can influence those around you prioritize safety as well. Global statistics on working at heights accident provide statistics on working at height accidents such as the number of incidents, injuries and fatalities reported annually. Compare these statistics across industries and regions to highlight the widespread nature of the issues. Common risks and hazards. Identify common risks and hazards associated with working at heights includes fall from height due to inadequate fall protection, unstable or inadequate scaffolding or platform, improper use of ladder or access equipments, lack of proper training and supervision, weather conditions affecting stability or visibility, and falling object posing risk to worker below. Legal framework. Legal framework it consists of relevant safety regulations and standards risk. Preserving life. Safety regulations are formulated based on years of research, experience and lesson learned. They are designed to protect workers from potential hazard, ultimately preventing injuries and saves lives. Risk mitigation. Regulations provides a comprehensive framework for risk assessment and mitigation. They guide organization in identifying potential danger and implementing measures to eliminate or minimize them. Uniform standards. National and international safety standards establish uniformity across industries. This ensures that regardless of where work is conducted, workers are subjected to consistent safety measures, minimizing confusion and enhancing compliances. Legal framework. Legal compliances. Non-compliances with safety regulations can lead to legal action including fines, penalties or even criminal charges. Organizations have to legal and ethical obligations to ensure their workers' safety. Industry reputation. Organizations that prioritize safety and adhere to regulations foster a positive reputation within their industries. Clients, partners and stakeholders are more likely to trust and engage with safety conscious entities. Employee morale. Workers appreciated an environment that prioritizes their well-being. Adhering to the safety regulations demonstrates the organization's commitment to their employees' safety, boosting the morale and productivity. Global best practices. International safety standards often incorporates the best practices from around the world. Adhering to the standards ensure that organizations benefits from collective knowledge and expertise. Continuous improvement. The safety regulations involved to address new challenges and technologies. Adhering to them encourage organizations to stay updated and continuously improve their safety measures. Emergencies preparedness. Regulations often includes guideline for emergencies response planning. This ensures the organizations are prepared to handle the emergencies effectively, minimizing the impact of accidents. Importance of compliances. Explain to organizations that compliances with safety regulations is not just a legal obligations, but also a moral responsibility to protect workers' life and well-beings. Emphasize and the consequence of non-compliance include legal penalties and reputation damage to organizations. Now, we discuss device used for work at height. First, we discuss about ladder. A ladder is a vertical or inclined set of rungs or steps that allow people to climb to elevated height. Second device is scaffolding. Scaffolding is a temporary structure that is used in construction, maintenance or other industries to provide a safe and elevated platform for workers to perform their task at height. Platforms and elevated structures. Platforms and elevated structures are essential component in various industries, enabling workers to access elevated areas, perform tasks and carry out operations that would otherwise be challenging or unsafe. These are the pictorial views of ladder, scaffolding and platforms. Ladders. Now, we discuss types, uses and safety in ladders. Type of ladders commonly used in various industries such as step ladders, extension ladders and platform ladders. Ladders, uses and safety. In this, we focus for positioning, stability and weight capacity of ladder. It maintains the multiple point of contact while climbing the ladder. Scaffolding. Types of scaffolding are supported scaffolding, suspended scaffolding and mobile scaffoldings. Scaffolding precautions are generally as regular inspection to identify defect or weakness of scaffolding, precaution to prevent overloading and ensuring proper load distribution. Type of platforms and structures. Mobile elevated platforms, scissors lift, boom lifts are the types of platforms and structures. Elevated structures are rooftops, mezzanines and elevated walkway. Importance of pre-job risk assessment. This explains to worker the significance of conducting a thorough risk assessment before starting any work at height, emphasize them to identify potential hazards, allow for the implementation of appropriate safety measures. Steps in risk assessments are as follows. First, identify the task involved in the work at height, identifying potential hazard associated with each task, assesses the likelihood and severity of each hazards, implement control measures to mitigate or eliminate identified risk. Now, we discuss hierarchy of controls. It follows 3 steps. First is elimination of hazards. If you can't eliminate the hazard, then we substitute it and then we apply engineering controls. Elimination of hazards. The most effective control measures is to eliminate the need of for work at height wherever it is possible. Provide example of situations where work at height can be avoided through different works method. Secondly, substitution. The concept of substitution hazardous work at height tasks with safer alternatives. Technologies or different equipments can be used to achieve the same goal without exposing worker to heights. And third control is engineering controls. In this, role of engineering controls is in minimizing risks such as providing guardrail or creating safe access point to vital and design modification that can eliminate the need for work at height in the first place. And then administrative controls, it includes training and procedures. Training requirement, providing comprehensive training to workers involved in work at height is very important. Mention them specific topics such as fall protection, equipment uses and emergencies procedures. Procedures and planning. Proper planning and establishing procedures contributes to safe work at height. Significance of having written procedure for assembling scaffolding, using ladders and operating platforms in very much importance. Fall prevention system. Now we discuss guardrail and barriers. Guardrail and barriers. Guardrail barriers are primarily fall prevention measures. Guardrails provides a physical barrier between workers and the edge, preventing accidental falls. Fall prevention system. Requirement for effective guardrail. Guardrail are horizontal or vertical barriers installed along edges, openings or other hazardous area. They provide a physical barrier between workers and potential fall hazards, acting as a front line defense against accidents. Fall prevention systems. Safety net. Introduce safety nets as another fall prevention system used when guardrail are not feasible. Safety nets are a specialized device made of strong material designed to catch falling worker or object. They are strategically placed beneath the works area at height, acting as a safety buffer that prevents individual from hitting the ground or lower surface. Fall arrest system. Harness. A full body harness is worn by the worker and is connected to the fall arrest system. The harness eventually distributes the forces of a fall across the body and reduce the risk of injury. Lanyards. The lanyards is a flexible line that connected to the harness to an anchorage point. It can be made of various material like rope, webbing or cable. In the event of a fall, the lanyard absorbs energy and helps limit the distance the worker falls. Anchorage point. This is a secure attachment point to which the lanyard is connected. Anchorage points must be strong enough to withstand the force generated by a falling worker. They are usually fixed structure like beam, hooks or lifelines. Self-retracting lifelines. An SRL is a type of lanyards that automatically retract and keeps the lanyard taut, especially useful in situations where fall clearance is limited. Innovation in fall protection. Introducing the concept of how technologies and innovation are driving advancement in fall protection. Some innovations are wearable device, sensor and real time monitoring, virtual reality training for fall protection, drones for safety inspection, wearable devices. Wearable technologies such as smart helmet, harness, vest can incorporate sensor and communication capabilities. This device can monitor a worker's movement, posture and even vital signs. If a worker is in a hazardous position or shows sign of distress, this device can send alert to supervisors or trigger safety measures like stopping machineries. Sensor and real time monitoring. Sensors integrated into personal protective equipments or the work environment can detect factors like height, tilt, motion and environmental conditions. Real time data from these sensors can be relayed to a central system, allowing supervisor to monitor worker safety in real time and intervene if necessary. Virtual reality training for fall protection. VR technologies offer immersive training experience that simulate dangerous situations without exposing trainees to actual risk. For fall protection training, VR can create scenario like working at heights or navigating elevated structure, providing hands on practice for workers to learn safety procedure and develop their instinct in a controlled environment. Drones for safety inspections. Drone equipped with cameras and sensor can perform visual inspections of elevated structures such as buildings, bridges and power lines. This eliminates the need of worker to access potential dangerous heights for routine inspection. Drones provide detailed visual data, aiding in identifying potential hazards and planning maintenance. Augmented realities AR assistant AR technologies can overlays digital information onto a worker's real world view. For fall protection, AR glasses can display relevant safety information, guidance or wearing in the worker's field of vision, enhancing situational awareness and guiding safe actions. RFID and GPS tracking, radio frequency identification and global positioning systems technologies can be integrated into PPE or equipment. These technologies enable real-time tracking of workers' location within a designated area, helping supervisors keep track of workers and respond promptly in emergencies. Machine learning and predictive analytics. By analyzing historical data and pattern, machine learning algorithms can predict potential fall hazard and recommend preventive measures. This proactive approach allows organization to address safety risks before accident occurs actually. Smart anchorage systems. Anchorage points are critical for fall protection equipment. More smart anchorage systems can monitor the condition and load bearing capacity of anchorage point, ensuring they remain safe and compliant. Automatic fall detection and emergency response. Advanced algorithms can detect a fall based on motion patterns and sudden change. When a fall detected, these systems can automatically send alert to supervisors, trigger alarm and even provide the fallen worker's location. Remote assistance and communications tools. Communication device integrated into PP enable worker to stay connected with supervisors or experts, receiving guidance and instructions in real time while working at height. These are the examples of innovation in fall protections you can see in the pictures. Another important is inspection and maintenance. Inspection and maintenance help to identify defects and or wear or tear that could compromise the effectiveness of the equipment. Procedure to do it: first, regular equipment inspection, reporting defects and malfunctioning, maintain the record, training and competence. These slides emphasize the significance of training and competence for work at height, explain the importance of tailored training program covering fall protection, equipment uses and emergencies procedures. It stress the role of practical training in building skills and formalities with equipments. Discuss the need for ongoing learning through freshers course and staying updated with evolving safety practices. Use visual to illustrate workers undergoing training, participating in refreshers course or engaging in competence assessments. Emergencies preparedness. Emergencies preparedness refers to the action, plans, procedures and measures put in the place to effectively respond to or manage various types of emergencies or crises that could potentially occur. It involves anticipating potential hazards, developing strategies to mitigate their impact and having a well structured plan in place to ensure the safety of individual, minimize damage and enables a quick and organized response. Emergencies preparedness includes several key components. First, risk assessment. Second, emergencies plan. Third, communication. Fourth, training. Other is resource and equipments. drill and exercise coordinations, continuous improvements. Risk assessment. Conducting through risk assessment involves identifying potential hazards and evaluating the likelihood and severity of associated risk. This process helps prioritizing safety measures and allocate resources effectively to mitigate or eliminate this risk. Emergencies plans. Having well defined and documented emergency plans is essential. These plans outline the steps to be taken in the event of various emergencies, including procedures for evacuation, communication, medical response and more. Communication. Effective communication is critical during emergencies. Clear line of communication should be established among all relevant parties, including employees, emergencies responders, management and external stakeholders. This ensures that accurate information is shared promptly. Training. Proper training is key to ensure that individuals know how to respond to emergencies appropriately. Regular training sessions should cover various scenarios, procedures and the use of safety equipments. Resources and equipments. Adequate resources and equipments should be readily available to address emergencies. This includes first aid kits, fire extinguishers, PPEs and any specialized equipment needed for safety risk, specific risks. Drills and exercise. Regular drills and exercise simulates emergency situations, allowing individuals to practice their roles and response. This helps building familiarities and procedures and enhance the effectiveness of emergency plans. Coordination. In complex or large scale emergencies, coordination among different parties is crucial. This involves aligning efforts between internal team, external responders such as fire departments or medical personnel and possible even neighboring organizations. Continuous improvement. Safety protocols should be regularly reviewed and updated based on feedback, lessons learned from drills and real incidents and changing in the environment or operations. Continuous improvement ensures that safety measures remain relevant and effective. Work at height checklist. Now, we are going to discuss checklist for work at height. Work at height checklist that you can use as a reference for ensuring safety during tasks involving work at height, pre-work preparation, equipment and safety checks during work, communication and coordination, weather condition, post-work procedures, record keeping and continuous improvement. Work at height checklist. Pre-work preparations, it includes conduct a thorough risk assessment for the task, determining the appropriate fall protection measures needed, ensure that workers are properly trained and competent for the task, equipment and safety checks, ensuring that guardrails, barriers and safety nets are properly installed and secure. Check ladders, scaffolding and platform for stability and structural integrity. During work, use proper fall protection equipments at all times. When working at heights, maintain 3 points of contact while ascending or descending ladders, secure tools and materials to prevent accidental stop. Communication and coordination includes establish a clear communication method among workers at height and those on the ground. Weather conditions. Monitoring weather conditions that could impact the safety of work at height. Suspend work if conditions such as strong wind or lightning pose a risk. Post work procedures. Inspect fall protection equipments after use and report any damage or defect. Record keeping. Maintain records of equipment inspection, training and emergency drills. document any incident, near miss or unsafe condition for review and improvement. Continuous improvement, regularly review and update the work at height procedures and safety measures. Conduct debriefing after task to discuss success and areas for improvement. Conclusion, work at height. In the real time of occupational safety, the significance of prioritizing work at height cannot be overstated. The risk associated with tasks performed above ground level demands our unwavering attention to details, commitment to rigorous safety measures, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. As we conclude this exploration of work at height safety, let us reiterate that the fundamental principles that must guide our actions. What is the primary goal of fall protection? Measure in work at height scenarios. Name 3 types of protective equipment. Here some questions are given for the practices. First, what is the primary goal of fall protection measures in work at height scenario? Name 3 personal protective equipment commonly used for working at height. What are some key elements that should be included in comprehensive training program for workers engaged in tasks at height? How does a safety harness contributes to fall protection and how should it be properly worn? What is the purpose of guardrail or railing in the work at height environments? What is the purpose of guardrail or railing in the work at height environments? Explain the importance of conducting a risk assessment before performing work at height task. Why is it important to inspect fall protective equipment regularly and what should workers look for during inspection? Describe 2 different types of scaffolding system and their respective applications. What are the benefits of safety nets in work at height scenario and how do they contribute to the work safety? How does emergencies preparedness play a crucial role in a work at height safety and what are some components of an effective emergencies response plan? With this, we will end our today's lecture here. Thank you for your patience and we will meet next lectures. Thank you.